Hi, my name is Robin, and this is my first ever vlog. This is a really foreign thing to me. I have made YouTube videos on other channels talking about embroidery or unboxing things that I'm going to sell online, but this is just me and you. And I'm going to be telling you about my life. And if you're watching, thank you, but I don't really care. I know that sounds bad. I don't mean that I don't care that you're watching. It just means I'm putting this out there for myself. I'm recording what I'm doing. I'm making these videos so that if my kids want to see me at this age and see what I'm up to, that they can just go ahead and view and see mom. So if you like it, that's cool. And if you want to comment and communicate with me, engage with me, I'm absolutely for that. But that's not the reason I'm doing this. I'm not looking to fill a niche. I do all kinds of things. I bullet journal, I embroider, I sew, I cook. I do a lot of things in my house, and I'm so happy to invite you in and show you what I'm doing. And as long as you're here for the ride, come on, let's go do it. Let's try some new things. And I'll tell you how it worked out for me, and I will be real about it because I fail often. And tell me how it works for you, because I want to know if I can do anything to help. So, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. Today is August 24th, 2020, and it's the first day that I'm going back to school. I'm 32 years old, and I have 2 children. And up until this point, I've had 3 different careers. And that feels embarrassing for me to say. But I think the more that I talk to people, the more I realize that that's a completely normal thing now. That people, it's not like the 1950s where you get out of high school and you go into an apprenticeship at the car dealership and then you work at the car dealership for the rest of your life. Now people go to college. They go entirely through college without deciding a major. And when they get out, they're kind of like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to school or maybe find a job in something. The only issue with that, maybe not the only issue, but one of the bigger issues with that is that when you're trying to find a job, you need a specialized degree because jobs haven't caught up to the fact that people are forced to try to figure out what they want to do at the age of 18. And let's be real, when you were 18, did you have any idea what you wanted to do with your life? I know I didn't. When I was 18, I chose to go to art school, and don't get me wrong, I do not regret it 1 minute. I met my husband in art school. I am so incredibly grateful for having met him and for the life that we've created together, and I wouldn't take it back. But I do wish that I had the ability to meet him and also still do something different with my life. Because I went to art school and then chose to go to pastry school and then worked at Disney as an overnight baker and then worked as a pastry chef and then worked again as an overnight baker and completely burnt myself out before having my first kid. And then after having my first kiddo, I became a birth doula, which is a woman who supports women during pregnancy and childbirth. And that was the most incredible thing I've ever done in my life. Probably the most honest thing I've ever done too, as far as being honest with who I am and what I want to do. I've known from a very early age that I want to be in medicine. I don't know if it's the prestige of it, if it's growing up in New York and hearing people being like, you gotta marry a doctor. Well, what's so great about the doctors? Why do I want to marry one? Why can't I just be one? And if I'm gonna be honest with myself, I don't think that at the age of 32 I should start an MD career by going to pre-med and then into med school and then a residency and then becoming a doctor. That's not something that I think I have the time for. But I do have time for nursing school, and I'm able to do what I want to do with nursing. I've got a couple options after I'm finished with this degree. What I'm leaning towards right now is becoming an IBCLC. Those of you who have had children and have struggled with breastfeeding will know exactly what I am talking about. An IBCLC is a professional that aids mothers after childbirth with their lactation journey. And women's bodies can be very, very temperamental when it comes to lactation. And it's something that you need immediate help on. You can't wait on it. And IBCLCs are in great demand. There's not a ton of them. And I know that from personal experience. After having my second child, I needed to talk to somebody, and hardly anyone was available, at least not within 2 weeks of calling. So I'm going to fill that need. The other option, and maybe further off in the future, is to become a midwife and actually assist mothers during childbirth. But I don't know that that's going to be something that I will do. It may in the future become something that I choose to do, but I think I'm going to focus on lactation. Anyway, that's all to say. Today is the first day of school, and we all know 2020 has thrown us all for a loop. So I'm not going to school in person. I'll be going to school here at home while my 15-month-old takes a nap. Today's first day, I'm going to be looking through my syllabus for all of my classes. I have 4 that I'm taking this semester, and I'm going to try to organize it all with my bullet journal and figure out exactly what is due, when it's due, how I can coordinate it, and then try to split up my week. So the 4 classes I'm taking are Intro to Psych, U.S. History 1, Perspectives on Women's Health, and Food and Culture. Intro to Psych looks like it's going to be a pretty intense course, even though it's just an introduction course. U.S. History is going to be very straightforward, read, assignment, quiz, test. Food and Culture, not quite sure yet. I've got to take a look at that syllabus. And Women's Health Perspectives, I'm very excited about because I have worked professionally in the women's health field previously. So I find that to be very exciting, and I'm ready for that work. I want to get that done. But trying to juggle all of that and being a mother of 2 and staying at home, and honestly, online courses are, I think, much harder to be diligent at because you're here at home with Netflix, and it's hard to sit down and really get it done. Whereas when you're going to course in person, you have time dedicated every single week just to listen to that lecture and interact with the students in that course. So it's going to be a great lesson in how I can manage my own time here at home. If I'm completely honest, I've not been very good at managing my time here at home. The house is a mess. I'm depressed. And I'm sure you can relate. It's been a rough time over the last 6 months or so. And I'm hoping that I can get started with this and move forward. Just FYI, I won't be broadcasting this channel out to all of my friends and family. And if you are watching, just comment below and say hi. Let me know that you're there. You know, YouTube is an interesting little beast, big beast. You see these views and people don't really click, or they don't really view the entire video, or, I mean, I do this all the time. I'll start a video in 30 seconds and I'm like, nope, don't care. So if you've made it this far and you're watching, hi and thank you, and say hello and tell me your name and let's connect. I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to now get started on my bullet journal layout, and I'll try to film some of it and show you guys what I've come up with. If that's something you might be interested in, go ahead and comment below. If you've gotten this far, thank you so much. I love you. Truly. There's not many folks I don't love. And I will see you tomorrow. Wish me luck.